I'm afraid of the dark. When I was a little girl, I used to walk freely through this world. Bare feet would get cut by gravel, new clothes were torn by thorns, and I developed a bit of a problem where my mind had the attention span of a squirrel, but I was present for the most part. I lived life to the fullest and nothing could hold me back. But sometime around 13, when Daddy disappeared and Mom couldn't keep it together, that's sort of when everything started to go black. A friend moved in, and they required a lot of space that I didn't necessarily have to spare, but oh well, I moved aside all my baggage and I made room, and I was just sort of glad someone was there. They taught me a lot of things, like how to hide emotions, how to smile in the face of pain, and how to keep it together. And when I couldn't do it, I would phone in a friend, they'd take over and say something clever. We developed a bit of a system. When the lights were on, everything was good and I was happy to be me. But even the brightest bulbs dim, and when they die, that's when I'd set my friend free. I trusted her to do the right thing, to preserve our home, to take care of what needed to be done. But they had their own agenda, and when they got a taste of chaos, they decided that destruction was more fun. So as time went on, I started spending more and more of it behind closed doors. My friend became, well, the main pilot. And with her in control, every time something risky or dangerous would pop up, she definitely had to try it. I remember this one night where we found ourselves in a strange situation. I don't remember whose house it was now, but I knew we shouldn't have been there. You know in those movies how a girl finds herself stumbling into a shady house and there's a dozen dirty faces watching her? You ask yourself, why did she go inside in the first place? It was sort of like that, and while I wanted to run and hide, my friend decided she wanted a taste of a life or death that we were taught to avoid, a taste of a life that honestly just made me annoyed. And while I wasn't exactly overjoyed, she made the decision for us to join. And while I don't remember how all of that ended, I lost a little bit more of my light that day. I realized then that no matter what I do or I say, my friend is here to stay. I'm afraid of the dark and being trapped in its clutches. No matter how bad I want out, I've relied too heavily on crutches. I can't breathe without my friend. Without her impulses, I don't think I'd ever make decisions. And while I'm not blaming anyone, I just wish we had a little more supervision. I can't hate her for what she's done. She's the reason we're alive, but for just a while longer, I hand over the reins so I can hide.